Hello everybody and welcome back to Watersurf's Lookback. This is the series where I take a look back at all the videos from the year of the title of the video. So for this year it's 2012. For last month it was 2011. For next month it's 2013. Now 2012 is an important year for various amounts of reasons. For starters, it is the year that I moved YouTube channels. Let me just bring over, if you can see here, I created this channel in 2012 on June 14th, which is actually around the corner. It would be the 9-year anniversary of this channel. But I've been on YouTube since May of 2008. May of 2008. So this was the four-year anniversary of the channel, of me being online. But nevertheless, it's also a pretty big year because I got a new camera this year. I made a lot of new videos, like big videos this year. I had some really big projects come out this year. And it's a pretty strong year for videos, in my opinion. It had a lot of hard hitters. Yeah. So just to do some, I guess, updates, as of right now. I know the previous episodes had a little bit of audio issues. I'm gonna try to make sure that doesn't happen in this episode, but there are no promises. But I'm gonna try a new method where you probably wouldn't notice, but I would record in sections instead of just letting it record the entire thing. So every video, basically, I start a new recording file, if that makes sense. But without further ado, we're going to be jumping into the first video, which also was the first video on my new computer at the time. So we'll go ahead and jump into that right now. And before I forget, before we move on to the epic Car Man Prologue, you can also watch the entire playlist here. There's that's all the 2012 videos here. And also it's available on a Google Drive doc that I have pinned on my Twitter account. So if you're looking for something specific, you can probably find it here too. And these are all the years, but I have it on 2012 because that's the one we're doing right now. But yeah, now on to Epic Car Man. Also, with the ability of, recording in segments, I can actually have these open and ready to go. So hopefully it'll make it easier on the viewers and me. So Epic Car Man Prologue is the first video. So a little backstory behind this. I was planning on Epic Car Man. I don't think I actually wrote it until after this video, but I wanted to do a premise of what it would be like, basically to test the waters to see if I liked it. And obviously I did, because I ended up making Epic Car Man later in the year. Yeah, it's a prologue to the video. Basically, yeah, this is completely improv, by the way. We had a general idea, but everything you saw is improvised lines. And I had a general idea, but it wasn't completely on the fly. It was like, hey, pull up here and say something like this, but ad-lib a little bit. So the premise of this one basically is to set up the story is terrorists have been taking over the city, and this is before Epic Car Man shows up. So yeah, a little bit of violence there. Apologies, but Oh, look, you can see me recording in the background. When I actually filmed this one, I wasn't actually doing anything myself. It was all my friends. You can see a rabbit back there. Some guy watching TV. Yeah, I don't know, man. So I'm gonna mute this part here. Basically, it's the chase scene. You can see me there again. But I was saying earlier is I didn't record it. I only recorded. I didn't actually do any body acting or voice acting for this one. So my friends did a great job with this. But I think this chase scene, by the way, we filmed about 3 times. I said this is the route you guys are taking, and then we did a test run. But sometimes they crashed, and sometimes you know, things happened. I'm not the best at filming stuff in games, as you can kind of tell with these camera angles. I'm getting a little bit better though. Obviously I've gotten a lot better over the years, but yeah. I don't know why I didn't just edit this down, but then again, this was a long time ago, man. Yeah. So I don't know what else to say about this one. So this next part, I'm gonna skip ahead. He gets to the police base, and you see right here, this is the nukes. They're getting guarded right now. I don't know why a nuke would be guarded like this, but you know, video game movie logic. Oh, yeah. So basically this part, yeah, that part right there, that's when he calls in for Epic Car Man, which Epic Car Man shows up after the explosion, but yeah. I'm just gonna skip ahead. And then I think I did it. Yeah, this was actually all in one. I changed to a different angle. Some of these, this one, you can tell specifically, I filmed on a green screen and then just rattled them around. You could see because it goes over the, I didn't know how to turn those off at the time.
Okay, now that
and then just a random skit. But, yeah, Epic Car Man the Prologue. It was a pretty good video. If you want a little bit of context of how the nukes went off for Epic Car Man, then watch this. But at the end of the day, it was just a nice test bonus video. So yeah. Up next will be Matt's interesting story. Alright, so Matt's interesting story is an old shorty. Let me just show you guys real quick. Let me go to my YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm doing this on my other monitor. Whoops. A while ago, I separated the two out. So, if you come onto my channel and you scroll down, there's the Watersurf Shorties playlist. These are the rebooted shorties, basically all the new shorties. If you want to look for the old shorties that were pretty much the pre-VidMe days, they're here. So you can watch all the shorties. You can watch all the shorties here. And surprisingly, 3 of them came out in this video that we're covering. But yeah, Matt's interesting story. If you remember last time where I was talking about how I had a gaming channel, and I know it wasn't specific to the year, but I know for a fact I did have a gaming channel in 2012. I think it might have been the first one I had. I don't really remember. But yeah, this was a snippet from a Minecraft Let's Play we were doing.
Okay, so what happened?
Sorry, just taking a drink of water. Basically, Matt had a voice changer, and we thought it was hilarious from our Let's Play, so I uploaded it to my channel to kind of promote it. That's pretty much the whole story behind it. Nothing really else to say about it. Yeah. Sorry, that's pretty much it. So, if you want to watch the whole thing, you can go watch it on your own time, but nothing special. Alright, so James Monroe in a nutshell was pretty much a video I made for my AP US History class before my big project. I made 3 videos for that class, but this is actually one of them that didn't get aired in class. Just because, I guess, I don't remember. I think there was just not enough time to show it. But, so, yeah. Basically, it's a history video. It's nothing special. It's the presidency of James Monroe and what he did while he was in office. The premise of this video was he's getting kicked out of office. He's like, but I did all these things. That's nice. Get out. Yeah, it's just a history video. Nothing special. I'm not going to go into many details about it because I'm also trying to save time for some of the bigger videos. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Up next is A Day in the Life of Steve. Alright, so this is another video that happened to not air in class. I think what happened was my Spanish teacher was like, just do it in front of the class. Even though I asked to make a video, and she was like, yeah, you can. But, you know, things change, so I ended up just doing the script in front of the class. I don't know why I did Seinfeld. I don't even watch that show. But basically, if you want to listen to me do crappy Spanish, this is the video to watch. And it's basically Steve's day in Minecraft. He gets up, he takes a shower, he brushes his teeth. Yeah, it's not that good. Also, a little Easter egg, if any of you noticed. This is filmed on the Spawn Island set, I guess, quote unquote set for what is it? Tour of Macraftia. We filmed it here. Now obviously obviously there's some modifications here. And he puts the creeper to bed because I can't say kill. That's inappropriate. But yeah, you'll see in a sec. I don't know if you recognize it, but yeah, it's Spawn Island from the Tour of Macraftia series. Just a fun little Easter egg. And plus, if I already have the sets built, I might as well just use them. But yeah, that's A Day in the Life of Steve, but in Spanish. So up next is Desolation, a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 POV video. Alright, so the only reason this video is still not on my channel is because it had copyright music. It is a pretty cool coaster, but the scenery kind of sucks, to be honest, and the music's copyrighted, so it just didn't get re-uploaded. A lot of my Roller Coaster Tycoon or Planet Coaster videos, when I used to use copyrighted music, I'm trying to get better with it, but if I used it, and I'm not gonna re-upload these, because they're not as special in my eyes as my main videos, like the shorties, the short films, the Blocksmates, those episodes. But yeah, but I can share them here, at least give them a little bit of new life. While yes, the audio is muted, so you don't get the full effect of the nice music. But maybe one day I'll re-upload all of them into one mega collection video, if anyone's interested, that is, and try to give them new music to fit better or something. And then another thing, the scenery kind of sucks here. I should have just made this enclosed, but I didn't because I'm not good with scenery, and supports you'll see later. I remember, I think I got a comment on this video that said the coaster layout's great, but the scenery is abysmal. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, man. I think that I actually built this coaster right after the last Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 POV. I don't know when exactly that was, but I built this and then I sat on it for like a year or two. I don't really remember. But I sat on it, and then one day I just came back to it. I put scenery and stuff, and then I made it up. There we go. Here's launched. And then I made it into a video. So it's a pretty good coaster. It's just the supports will chop off your head, and as you can see, yeah, right there, you're dead there. The scenery's not that good. I mean, I'm not really good with scenery in these games. I like making the coasters. I used to not even do custom supports, but that was the thing that was popular back then, so that's what I did. I followed with the fad or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I remember someone made a comment saying that quote unquote hybrid coasters have to maintain the same speed the entire time, so I was kind of proud that it basically kept its speed up the whole entire coaster. But yeah, that's Desolation and stuff. Let's move on to the next video, which is a short, The Run. Alright, The Run is another short video from the old shorts. This was pretty much just a test. As you can see, I have a facial rig on the Minecraft character now. And that's what the test was for. I was just testing out the facial rig, but I figured I might as well make a little animation as well. And I also made it look nice. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and play it again. Basically, it's just a quick short of a guy running and looking around. Nothing too special. But yeah, and also this is how I met Escape MC. He was in my videos after this. So you'll see him later. He was in the Herobrine video along with the next Surfonia series and a few videos here and there as well. And yeah. Alright. Up next is why. I'll just go ahead and get that up right now since it's here. So before it plays, this video was literally just I just uploaded a raw footage from my camera to the internet. I should have just put this in the bloopers because this is from when we filmed Into the Civil War. I should have just put it in the bloopers, but I guess I found it inappropriate, so I uploaded it separately on its own thing. So I'll let you go ahead and see why I thought it was inappropriate. At least, I don't know.
Are you filming me? Balls. We've got balls. You've got big balls. We've all got the biggest balls.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the only reason why it exists. And technically, I don't have it labeled as a shorty in this playlist or in general, but it is a shorty at the end of the day. But yeah, next we'll actually go on to the End of the Civil War video. Yeah, we'll go on to that right now. Alright, so up next is the End of the Civil War video. And before I get into this was technically my last video on the channel. Technically. I did have a series called Art/3D Stuff, which was its own little series showcasing my my artwork from 2011 to 2012, since it was for that school year. But I'm covering that for this year. Whoops, my microphone decided to yeet itself. Sometimes it does that. Yeah, I said yeet, fight me. Alright. But yeah, this was technically the last video that was on my channel. I think it was like episode 10 or something. But this was the last big video on my channel, so this is what I'm counting in my eyes as the last video on the Watersurf 17 channel. And plus, when I move channels, which I'll get into after I review the End of the Civil War video, when I move channels, I just upload them all into one big video, because I didn't want to upload each of them individually. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the End of the Civil War video. So I'm going to be nitpicky here, just the beginning of the video.
Alright, go.
I should have filmed. I usually do like intros for my videos. Rarely do I do this like cold opening where, yeah, you know, a cold opening where I just open the video without an intro. Either I should have just not put the text here because there's too much text on screen, and not, this is just a personal nitpick, but I know some people didn't know who was who because you got all this text here, and it's a lot to read unless you're paying attention, which most people are not, especially right when the video starts off. But I'm just gonna go ahead and let this run quietly in the background, and I'll just go and talk over it. So this is the director's commentary for this short film that I did. I'm gonna just make this really quiet. So basically, it's the turning point in the Civil War where you could tell the North was gonna end up winning. So this was like the turning point battle. That's where we started off. And the only reason I did this project is let me just hold on. You see that this fight scene right here? It's pretty bad. We did not choreograph it. We did not, we didn't practice before we did it. We just YOLO'd it, as the kiddos say. So that's why it's kind of bad. And you can tell I sped up some of the punches. But yeah, as I was saying before, we had an opportunity to make either like a PowerPoint video or whatever, based off a time in. I'm just gonna pause it right here real quick. With a time in U.S. history, you could pick whatever you wanted, but you couldn't do the same thing someone else was doing. And no one else did the Civil War, and for some reason, I'm actually very fascinated with the American Civil War. Not because it was a brutal time in American history, but it's a time when cameras started to become a big thing. So people really saw how war actually was, and it made them rethink the whole thing, because yeah, you can thank cameras for that. Really showed the brutality of war. And obviously, you're not going to see some of those graphic pictures unless you go digging for them. But yeah. And that's the reason I'm interested in this time period, because it's the birth of the camera and that type of media. But back onto the video. This part right here, you can see it's gonna fade in. You see me walking over there. It actually, I faded right there because I actually walked up and shot him in the back of the head. Because that's what would happen in the Civil War. Is if you're gonna die, sometimes you just put your comrades out of their misery. You don't want them to suffer without a leg, or they're eventually just gonna bleed out. So it did happen occasionally. But yeah, this next scene right here is basically how Lincoln gives the speech that happened after that war you just saw, the little battle. And I was making a joke like, why didn't you inspire the people with that speech before that battle? Well, I thought of it afterwards. That's some of the things I never understood, but whatever. And then we had a little gag right here. I want this kind of president to be. I want a certain type of guy to be president, and of course that's who we'll introduce in a moment. But basically, it's just like a comedic like a comedic I can't think right now. It's a comedy based recap of the Civil War. Obviously, it's not historically accurate that much, but it does cover the history for like in a nutshell sort of thing. Yeah, and then, by the way, this is the only time we actually filmed back. We filmed at this park in Android 2, but we never went this deep into the park. There's just like this whole other section where we filmed over here. And then Another thing, this was actually the first video filmed with my new camera, or actually my current camera. I still use it 10 years later. Well, it's 9 years as of recording this, but almost 10 years later. I'm still using the same camera because it's a pretty good camera. And if you're wondering how there's like a little bit of blue tint, and you saw earlier, hold on, let me rewind a little bit, how it's kind of red. Let me see, I was around here. Yeah, you see how it's like red and there's a little bit of blue. I thought to make my camera look even nicer, I would make like the chill dialogue scenes blue, and like the heavy battle or battle scenes or conflict scenes a little bit red. So that's why there's color correction in this video, and it's one of the few videos that I did basic color corrections for. Oh yeah, so this part, when they were like back and forth with each other, I remember this line right here, he said that, and the kids that were like somewhere in the background, I don't know, they're over here somewhere, and they're all like, "Oh, you smell, going back to DC." They did that for like 30 minutes after we record that line. It's like, come on guys, you can see we're recording, don't be obnoxious. But you know, kids are gonna be obnoxious, that's what they do. And then I thought it'd be funny to say, "Your army's getting away," or whatever. And I just showed them real quick. By the way, this part where I don't know how accurate this is, if he was in the Civil War or not. I didn't really look into it. Yeah, but it would be. I just thought it was funny just to introduce him right now. But yeah, this is actually one of my favorite films I've made. I think that I have it in my best work playlist. Let me check real quick. While this runs. Oh, and while I'm at this, you can see that they're using, yeah, well, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Yeah, if you look in my best work playlist, you can see it right here. My best works are pretty basic. My best work playlist is pretty much like my favorites, or videos I think are pretty good. Like they're pretty top notch for their time. But yeah, it's in my best work playlist, so this is one of my personal favorites. But yeah, if you saw right here how they're using, I had them using, just got the new iPhone 4S at the time, and my friend Daniel just got a new Android, which was they're pretty much, you know, they were new for their time, and I'm like, we got to make ourselves look fancy by using this. So that's the only reason they're using those phones. Just a little, I guess, props or whatever. And now this part right here. All right, we're gonna fight now. But he was bouncing on the trampoline, so he's like, "Get out of here, you!" I mean, I obviously you can see that. But this is probably one of the best fight scenes in the whole, whole film. And it was also funny. You could see my friend, he was in the shot because we actually used a little microphone to record everyone's audio. We didn't actually use the camera's microphone. We used a little rinky-dink one I got when I got this camera. It was it came with like its own carrying case and extra battery and a little rinky-dink microphone. We actually used it for this. I actually still have that microphone, but I only use it as a last-minute backup. Oh yeah, this part is also a little joke, is that the North had a lot better weaponry, and the South kind of had sucky weaponry. So it's kind of funny how he had like a machine gun, he had just like a musket. But yeah, it was just a little joke there. And then another fun fact about this one is my friend Joseph was really uncomfortable with fighting on the trampoline because he didn't want to get hurt. But I'm like, it's okay, you guys will be fine. So you can see that's why he didn't want to get back up after he fell. I don't know what it is with. Oh yeah, look, there's the little rinky-dink microphone. Hold on, I'm gonna pause right here because there is this joke coming up that I wanna mention. But for some reason, whenever we film at my friend's house, we always do like a fight scene on the trampoline. I don't know why. We did it in Android 1, and we also did it here. So yeah. So this part right here, I got a better solution. He has something for us. He has something for us. I have something for you. And then another joke. Haha, white controller versus black controller. Ha ha ha. And then look, another thing is another reused effect remember from Battlemon? I reused it here. Oh, and then it's just a lot of stuff going on right now, man. So this I did in Maya, and then my friend Matt did the texturing for them, but I did this fight scene in Maya. And what I did was sorry. I'm getting text messages now because people can't seem to know that I'm recording. So what was it? Yeah, what I was saying earlier. I put like a little blue circle around him and a little gray circle around him and did like a little glitch / holographic effect. If you search up like holographic effect in YouTube, I think there's only like 1 or 2 videos. That's what I used to do this effect. But it came out pretty nice. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. It was a cool effect. So this next part basically, he wins. He beat the South. The North beat the South. You know how it goes. And then back with the same phone again. You can see, look, it's so nice. But now, looking back at the phone, it's so tiny. I like having bigger phones. And then this part right here is where they sign saying, "Hey, the war's over." But if you can actually see right here, that's just the script. It's just the script. That's just the script. Yeah. He just wrote on the script. It's not actually. If you ever see us use paper in videos, it's 9 times out of 10 we're writing on the script or we're using the script. America, am I right? So this we altered the what is it? The storyline a little bit. As you know, Lincoln gets assassinated at the Ford Theater, but he was worried about getting shot, so we're like, how about we just stay home and watch the play on the television? Obviously, TV wasn't around back then, but you know, yeah, pretty funny stuff. Said, but you know, look who shows up. That shot was actually kind of cool, but this part's pretty funny. He's like, "Hey, I'm the pizza man. Where's the pizza? Oh, I got hungry. Oh, hey, you want to come in with your gun in your pocket? Sure." Yeah. So we try to recreate the shot as best as we can.
I like this part. It's my favorite part. See,
And now I'm gonna point this out, and I'm pretty sure this part right here. It's just so dumb. This is my favorite part. It's the part where he gets shot in the back of the head, and then and then my friend in the back was like now. I'm just gonna go ahead and this could be like a meme. I guess if you really wanted to make it a meme. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts here, but I'm gonna point out right now. She bumps him to let him know he got shot, and then yeah. and you can see them smiling, like, and then look, there's my friend sitting there. It's a lot of stuff going on, and I remember if you heard her say Abe, I remember we made fun of her for the longest time for her quote unquote bad acting. That's still a running joke between my friend group. And then he's a trooper. He actually did that fall. Good for him, man. I don't try to make people fall in my videos. I don't want them getting hurt. Yeah. Oh no. So, and now here's this part. I'm playing another person because we didn't have another actor. So this part, I say veto. I'm gonna veto it all because that's what that president did. Yeah, that's the end of the Civil War video. Nothing too crazy, but it is a personal one of my favorites. I liked it. I liked making it, and it was cool to use a brand new camera at the time. Which, I mean, I still use now, so you know it's a pretty good camera. And now here's the bloopers, and this is where I'd say I could have put that Y video in here, but, you know, whatever. If you watch this on YouTube, I think the bloopers might have been muted because of I used a copyrighted song at the end. So if you want to hear the bloopers, really, you can go watch this on Vimeo. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure 99% of people stop watching YouTube videos when the credits arise or the end card gets there. But yeah. That's the end of the Civil War video. And if you have any more questions about it, feel free to leave a comment and I'll talk more about it because it's one of my personal favorites. Alright, let's move on to the next video, which is art/3D stuff. Alright, while I said the next video was going to be art/3D stuff, I lied. I'm going to be talking about why I moved channels and yeah. So, I moved channels for a few reasons. The first being is I wanted, at the time, I wanted to separate myself from my Roblox videos, which I know they weren't up anymore, but people were still subscribing, assuming that I was going to make more Roblox content. And you know, I talked about this in the last Lookback, but I probably should have never done that. I should have just, you know, just gotten over it. Because eventually, if people really like the creator, they'll watch all their content. But if they only want to watch a certain amount of content, then they only watch those content. And at the end of the day, I guess it doesn't really matter. And now looking back on it, the title of the series, but looking back on it, as long as the videos that I was happy with making, we're getting at least one or two views, that means someone was enjoying them. And I don't know what was going on, but I felt like I needed a fresh start. And I mean, I kind of feel like that now on my current channel because I have a lot of dead subscribers, but that's the issue I just have, and it's why I moved channels, is because of dead subscribers. I personally think you should only subscribe to someone if you enjoy at least more than half of their content. Yeah, some creators make videos and you don't want to watch them at all. Completely understandable. There's some videos from creators that I watch that I'm not gonna watch some of their content because I don't like some of the series some people make, but I like the rest of their videos, and that's when it's okay. But that's just what I think. And it's fine how many people you subscribe to, but like, this is why people have such an issue with subscriptions, is they literally subscribe to every channel that tells them to, or They watch one video from a channel and they're like, oh, I love this guy, and then they subscribe. But they never watch any of their other content because they're subscribed to thousands and thousands of other creators. And it wasn't really that big of an issue back in 2012 as it is now, but I started noticing it back then. And you know how you hear creators nowadays like, I see that like 25% of you aren't subscribed. Let's fix that. Like, I'd rather have people not subscribe to my channel watching my video if they're not, you know what I mean, like, if they're not going to come back, fine, but if they're watching one video, whatever. So I'm trying to get up my my stats on it. Let me see. So if you look at my analytics here, I have a huge gap. Only 5.5 of my videos views are from people that are actually subscribed to me. But out of that 5.5, about 24% of them have the bell on, and 5.8 have all notifications on. So basically, they're seeing the video, but they're just not watching it, and so they're looking for specific content, which is fine. I get it, but that was the biggest thing, is dead subscribers is why I mainly moved channels. And if you are watching this and you are subscribed to me, and it means you actually watch pretty much all my videos. I don't know why you would come to my channel just to look at my director's commentary series, and you've never seen any of my other videos. So that'd be weird, but you know, I'm assuming if you're watching and you're here, you're a dedicated follower, and you're probably a silent viewer, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But yeah, that's the main reason I moved channels, was because of dead subscribers. Another reason is I had a lot of copyright strikes on my last channel that was pretty much preventing me from uploading stuff nicely. As you know, a lot of my older videos have a lot of copyrighted music in them, and you know how the copyright system here is on YouTube. It pretty much still can take your entire channel down if it really wanted to. So I moved channels for that reason as well, but it's not the main reason. But yeah, if you have been following me since my last channel, wow, it's pretty cool, man. Thanks. But if you're also new, I'm also doing this for both this series for both my old and my new subscribers. Let you get a little first-hand look from the man himself, and I talk about the videos, or it just gets viewers interested in older videos, which might make them actually subscribe and actually watch everything. But you know, at the end of the day, just watch whatever you want to watch. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, you can. I don't really care. But for what, as I said before, and I'll say many times again, only subscribe if you like more than half their content. If you only subscribe for one video, then you're gonna get their videos buried on the people you actually want to see. And that's why I think social media is useful for that aspect. Is if you follow the creator on social media, they'll post whenever they upload, so that's something useful. And I do have social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I will post every time a new video is uploaded on those things, those stuff. But no worries. Whatever you guys want to do. Alright. Sorry for that tangent. But now let's move on to art/3D stuff. Shall we? Alright, so art/3D stuff is a series, quote unquote series, that I did in high school /university. I'm going to go ahead and just do something real quick for my sanity. Whoops, not that one. Was, as you could tell, I did this monthly, showing off all my artwork. But I'll go ahead. I'm just going to review the whole entire video. That's why they're labeled here. But when I got into university, I just did one big thing at the end of the year, which I should have done. But you know, some people like seeing it now, so that's why I did it back then. But yeah, technically this was 2011 to 2012, but since I'm just reviewing the whole entire quote-unquote series, yeah, pretty much this is, I was in both a drawing class / painting class along with a 3D modeling class, so yeah, a lot of it's credits, by the way. Basically, here's all my it's all my artwork from that time period. Yeah, nothing really else to say about it. So if you're interested in seeing my artwork, it's there. This was pre-Instagram, by the way, so I didn't post stuff there. But I think when I got to university, I started posting my art on Instagram, so you could always look there too. But yeah, up next is Herobrine the Griefer, but technically that's not my first video on the channel. It was another Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 POV. Whoops, that's the wrong one. It was another Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 POV. So this video is technically the first video that was on my channel, but as you can see, I didn't even put it on this list. And the reason I didn't put it on this list because I didn't want to have 2012 on its own page. It's just, I don't know, I'm just weird like that. But I still have it. This is called, and plus I made kind of a remake of this ride too. So, and this video is just, I wanted to get a new video out on my new channel, so that's the only reason this existed. But at the end of the day, this video was abysmal, and there's a reason I didn't re-upload it. It's also got copyrighted music, so that's the reason why I didn't come back. But I figured I can show it to you guys here. So this ride's called Forest Rider. Gonna go ahead and fast forward the chain lift. There we go. And as you can tell, this forest kind of sucks. This forest sucks. So that's the I made a remake of this. Technically, it's called Brushy Blaster. It's a much better ride than this one, and that one is still available because that one came out I want to say a few years ago. But this one was technically the first video on my channel, but it's kind of a lame start, so that's the reason I don't talk about it. But yeah, as you can see, I don't know, there's nothing really else to say about this. It's just a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 POV. I think this is a dive coaster, or a Eurofighter coaster, where I had a little dive segment. And looking back at this now, this should have just stayed on the hard drive and never turned into a video. I think I literally did this in like 2 hours. I just wanted to get something out. So that's the only reason I don't talk about it, and it's not even listed here. And obviously it's not online anymore. But if you were there when my spoilers, you don't want to see my desktop. Hee. But what was I saying? Yeah, if you were literally subscribed when I moved channels, you might have remembered that. But for the first official video is Herobrine the Griefer, and let's go ahead and jump into that right now. So, Herobrine the Griefer is, this also got uploaded right at the end of my upload section, because let me go ahead and show you guys. I'm on my second monitor, so if you go to the date, you can see pretty much I want bananas with re-uploading my channel. Obviously you can see all the stats for it, but I don't really care about that at the end of the day. But it was technically the first video that was uploaded. You can see it right here, down here. It was my first brand new video on the channel. And personally, I should have just done this, and I feel like an idiot for not doing this. I should have just had these upload every single day until they were done. But that would have required, I couldn't schedule videos at the time, so it would have been a pain in the rear end. But yeah, that was the first brand new video on the channel. And also, this is where things finally become clear, and I know exactly when stuff was uploaded and stuff like that. Because this channel that you watched the video on is my current channel. So everything at this, it's pretty much in chronological order. Yeah, it's in chronological order now. You were supposed to open video. So Herobrine the Grafer is pretty much what it sounds like. Herobrine is like if you don't know, is like the ultimate bad guy in Minecraft. He's part of some lore or whatever. He's a big dick. He just destroys stuff. He's the anti-Steve. But I remember we were getting ready to start. I wanted to film something in Minecraft, like an actual machinima, not the Tour of series. Well, yes, I was working on the Tour of series during this. This technically is something. This is not on the map at all. This is completely separate. But yeah. Spoil and just to mention, this does have some vulgar language, so younger viewers
this is gonna be the best base ever.
Probably don't want to watch this one. That's why I wish YouTube had an actual rating system, not 18 plus or not 18 plus. I wish, you know, like kind of like Newgrounds does, but you know, at the end of the day, whatever. Yeah, so basically Herobrine comes in and he acts like a big dick. That's the best way I could describe it. He acts like a big dick. He just comes in and starts griefing. And for someone who doesn't know like the Minecraft lore or whatever, they probably would just think this guy's a big griefer.
He's even got the noob skin, but with no pupils.
Yeah. I recommend watching this. It's a pretty good laugh. I shared this on the Minecraft forum, and people seem to enjoy it. That's where I got most of its views from. The sequel did not do as well as I thought it would do, but you know, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a good watch if you like Minecraft. And yeah, I'll get into the sequel when I get to the year it was uploaded, but for now, I'll just say this, that the first one is a little bit better because the dialogue didn't get delivered as well as I wanted it to in the second one. But we'll get into that later. Up next is Some Random Video 6. Alright, so Some Random Video 6 is technically the beginning of, or as I thought, Season 2 of Some Random Video. Season 2 of Some Random Video only had 4 episodes, because once the finale came out, I was like, we're pretty much done with this series. We're moving on to other things. But yeah, Some Random Video 6 was a good refresh on the series, and I feel like, in my personal opinion, Some Random Video 6 through 9 is much better than the original 5. But watch the Some Random Master Collection. It pretty much is everything. Sorry. Pretty much everything. It's all the videos in one, except some scenes have been removed because excuse me. I didn't want them to be in the collection, but if you want to ever watch them separately, you can do that. Or if you want to watch them in the collection, then you can. I don't care you watch them, but watch some random video. It's a good series.
Josh's house is back.
Yeah, and I don't live there anymore, so don't go there. Even if I did live there, don't go there. But yeah, I don't live in this house anymore.
It's a little kid.
So basically, it's some random video shenanigans again. With the crazy intro opening. But yeah, I'm skipping through this. And this is also when I gave some random video kind of a storyline. The intro and the first scene would always be somewhat kind of connected, or kind of give the overarching of like the story, and then randomness would happen, and then the conclusion of the video, or the finale of the video, the climax of the video, whatever you want to say, would go back to the original story. This part, look, I have no arms. I like how it's just as bad. You could tell how bad it is. Hold on.
Okay.
You could tell how bad it was. Like this side, oh my god, and this side is much better. But if you really sit down and look at it, yeah, it's not. It's much better than the glitch that happened in Summer Random Video 1 that made it look all wonky, but still not that good. Annoying orange parody, ha ha ha. Yeah, Summer Random Video 6 is a pretty good one. But yeah. So I also started introducing my animations into these videos, and I'm gonna point this out. Rotoscoping. Oh, you cut off the creeper's feet. Rotoscoping wasn't that good because it rotoscoping is only as good as the camera you have. Basically, the higher quality camera you have, it won't get confused with certain edges and stuff. So basically, if you're rotoscoping, it's probably best you have a high quality 4K camera. But it's okay. It's not horrible. And I got tired of doing rotoscoping, so you could tell right here, I just put them off to the side. And our famous dance scenes. We always have dance scenes in here. I think only some random video 2 had a copyright issue with the music, with the dancing part. I don't quote me on that. But as of right now, yeah, that's the only one that got hit, that got partially re-uploaded. But yeah, just good old-fashioned some random video fun. And here's the finale. This one's pretty good. The 3 clones you could see. I did this. I usually do the cloning effects in After Effects, but this looked pretty good. And I usually did the cloning in Vegas, but in After Effects it looked much better. And then this part's pretty funny. I'll point out here. He's talking to himself, but I didn't record him for long enough, so I ended up having to freeze him for a split second, as you can see there. And then, as you remember, this room was under construction the last time it was in some random video, but this time it's a workout room or a little hangout room.
As soon as this is uploaded, the whole cast
yeah. So we made this joke about this was an improv scene because the mirror was there, but we improv some of our lines, but pretty much this is all scripted, by the way. So this part's pretty funny. He's like, "I'm gonna get you," and I'm supposed to be sitting there, but you can tell he's recording, but he's actually supposed to be in the reflection. But ha ha ha, we thought this was funny. Yeah. Oh, sorry, this part here. He runs out into the street, and what do you think's gonna happen? Ha 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 ha. You can see the truck disappears in a moment. So it's not the best. I didn't edit it. I didn't do VFX good enough for this to sell it better. You could clearly tell he gets put in afterwards. I should have just rotoscoped him out here, but it does the job for a comedy video. And that's Some Random Video 6. And I'm gonna quickly go over the Happy 4th of July video. Quickly go over it since that's up next. Pretty much this is 20 minutes of fireworks. I'm gonna save you this. It's 20 minutes of fireworks, but I did put a little sparkle effect in Vegas on them. That's all this video is. It's 20 minutes of fireworks. Just gonna say that right now. But if you want to watch it, you can. It's pretty fireworks. You can put that on 4th of July if you don't want to go outside and watch fireworks. So there you go. All right, up next is Epic Car Man. All right, so Epic Car Man was the big project that I was working on the side. What am I saying? I was working on Epic Car Man on the side for pretty much a few months. With the big working on like weekends, holidays, time off from school. I wasn't obviously working on this because this came out in January and this came out in July. I want to say the bulk of this was filmed like March, April, like spring break time. And then the next bulk of it was filmed after school was over. I think what was almost done. I think I finished filming around Some Random Video 6, and then I did all the voices from everybody. Before then, I don't really remember the time frame, but yeah. I'm not gonna go into full details with Epic Car Man. I'm gonna skip through this because looking back on it now, haha, title again. So I could have cut some of the story down, some of the beats down. It's longer than it needs to be. Especially there's this one part I'll get into later where it's just them driving and it's just like dead audio, nothing really special. I should have cut that down a little bit more, and yeah. But this was my biggest project, one of my biggest videos that was scripted. It was my longest and biggest videos that was scripted that came out at the time. Obviously, my longest project as of right now, as of recording this, is the Cooper movie. That was my biggest project ever that was recorded, that was scripted. I'm not including, quote-unquote, the Tour Up series, because, yes, those are long. But, yeah, this was one of my biggest projects for that year. So this part's pretty cool, how the opening opens up and the text is on the building. That was, there was this new thing for After Effects where you could track text onto moving scenery, and I used it. It looked pretty cool. I just wish I did it a little bit better, but you know, can't nitpick everything. So this part right here, this takes place during the prologue. The openings takes place right during the prologues, the nuke going off. So this is what's happening in the city. You know, during the nuke going off. So yeah, Epic Car Man. This was a fun project too. So as you can tell, my camera work got a lot better for this than it did in the prologue. But yeah, and also there's some cool driving scenes. So if you're wondering how they did that jump, there's a hidden ramp up there. You can kind of see it poking. But yeah, the terrorists have taken over the city, and it's this epic detective's job to restore order to the city and find out who's in charge of this terrorist organization. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and rewind that shot. But my friend Daniel, or you know him as Wildwind, he was the driver for this part, and he was extremely proud about it, and he talks about it still to this day. So I'll go ahead and give it another replay just for him, because if he does watch this, which I doubt he will, he would be like, "Why come you didn't cover my epic drifting?" I'm sorry, my microphone fell over again. Yeah, so I just figure I replay that for his honor. And then, yeah, this is a completely different map now. So basically this is Banter saying, "Did somebody need backup?" And then he's saying, "There's terrorists taking over the city, blah, 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 blah." And then, I'm going to just turn this down and let it play for right now.
City. Any survivors?
So basically,
None from the impact point.
it's just a lot of this video, a lot of this short film is dialogue.
Yes, go and investigate
And
the
that's how
terrorist
you can cheat sometimes, is you just make a lot of dialogue, so you don't have to do much action. But another fun fact about this is when I started recording this, I was still using my old computer settings with Fraps. So the beginning of the video, I think until like 4 or 5 minutes in, it's recorded in 30 FPS. But then I realized 60 FPS is much smoother and looks much nicer. So and that's what I make all my videos in now, is 60 FPS, because it looks nicer. But yeah, so you'll see a jump in frame rate around then. So around the 4-minute mark. I'll point it out when I see it, but yeah, this part right here, Epic Car Man, he made it to the terrorist hideout, which by the way is the same one for the prologue. Yeah, the blinds back there again.
Dudes.
Terrorists are just hanging out.
Plus bombs.
Yeah.
Fugitive drug rail.
And you derps.
Yeah. I'm trying to skip to some of the highlights of this one.
Oh, poop stains.
So this part's pretty cool, is how he runs up to the camera and acts like he throws his crowbar. Excuse me. As you can see, we end up replacing with the ragdoll, and now we made the person invisible, so it looks like the crowbar is getting thrown.
Oh no, he's gonna kick our asses.
Yeah, funny stuff there, man. Yeah. Nothing too. Oh yeah, so this scene is where it gets switched over to 60 FPS.
Angry. We could have pushed in them and
Yeah.
shot.
So this is the part where he tells Epic Car Man to take a break because he didn't question the terrorists. He just kidnapped them. And I'm not gonna I'm gonna spoil things right now, since if you're watching the director's commentary before you watch the actual video, you probably should have done that first, you silly. But he's the main guy in charge of the terrorist organization. Shocker, shocker, am I right? But he tells him, that's why he tells him to get out of town so he can initiate his plans.
I'll do as I say.
Yeah, so this is another part where I said I could have probably edited down him just randomly shooting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do director's edits if people are interested in them, but as of right now, probably not.
You just asked me to take a break.
So now we have a sad driving scene. He's sad because you could tell it's a sad driving scene because it's slower. But yeah, this is what I want Epic Car Man to be, is a lot of driving scenes or chase scenes or epic explosions. It's not, at the end of the day, it's not as epic as it could have been, as it should have been, but I think for what it was at the time, it's pretty good for what it was. Plus Gmod wasn't the best, and I mean still not the best, but if you know how to use your tools, it comes out good. But I'm not I'm not the best with Gmod.
parked there.
So here's a fun fact. I do voice Epic Car Man, but I also voice this guy too.
Yes, and
So basically, this part, he thinks this guy is part of the terrorist organization moving the guns and the drugs and the bombs. This is just a comedy terrorist, by the way. I'm not gonna get into him. We thought it was funny. But yeah, he follows him to the next town because he can't stop working. You know, the chief told him to take a break. So I'm just gonna skip through this. Here's a part that I thought was funny. Him driving in.
Better park somewhere inconspicuous.
Better park somewhere inconspicuous, and then crashes into the back of the car. There's nothing funnier than that. And this is also when Gmod stopped liking how you get out of vehicles. You don't get out of the side, you just get out on the top. Ha ha ha. Fun
That's
stuff
enough.
there.
right, side top.
And also when doors were being dumb.
Why are you?
Um,
What's it towards?
yeah, I don't know.
FDR.
So I'm gonna mute this real quick. Basically, more dialogue saying, "I'll help you out, but come on the back." Blah 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 blah. A lot of dialogue. Then we had this epic dance scene.
Get ready to dance, dance, dance.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play the music. But yeah, I remember we set this little dance section up for like it took like an hour to do. And yeah, it's a fun club scene or something or whatever, I don't know. And we also have a showdown with the terrorists and the club. And I mean, I feel like this Eric Seahorse, sorry. I feel like this could have been a little bit better, but you know, some of these scenes were only filmed with we only had 2 or 3 actors on hand, including myself. So the bigger scenes had 6 or 7 people, but you know, you work with what you got. So this next scene where they're just driving, this could have been cut down a lot. Yeah, I think this is just literally 2 minutes of solid driving. Could have been cut down. How did they change the freeway? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip ahead, pretty much. And I'll let you guys watch the ending on your own, but just gonna skip around. Epic Car Man, at the end of the day, was a fun project. And I wanted to do, I'll talk about this now. I wanted to do like a prequel series, because at the end of the story, he does die, sacrificing himself. But I wanted to do like a prequel series, like a 5-episode series of how he became Epic Car Man. By the time I wanted to do this, it's pretty much just me making the videos, and occasionally my friend Daniel would help me out, but yeah, it became too complicated for what it was. So maybe one day I'll look into it, but as of right now, I don't think that prequel series was going to happen. I have a lot of ideas that just stay in my brain. They don't ever see the light of day. And I'll talk about some of those. Like there's some Trevor and Cooper episodes that I wanted to make. There's one that I wrote that actually never made it, that we never filmed, but I'll talk about that once I get to that point. But yeah, there's a lot of videos. That's why I try not to announce things that I know I'm not going to make. Sometimes I do, see if it gets any interest, but 99% of the time, no one ever responds to no one ever comments on the post on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, that's why I usually just bring things out yeah, I have a lot of ideas. There's a little. I'm not going to show you guys because there will be spoilers for any future videos that I'm currently working on. But I have this little thing on my desktop where I write down my video ideas, and sometimes there's a few of them that have been sitting there for the longest time that I know I want to do something with them, but I just can't think of what to do with them. There's some that turn into videos, obviously, and there's a few that after a few weeks sitting on them, I realized they're a dumb idea and they never see the light of day. But there are some projects that I really want to do. It's just I can't ever get to doing them for whatever reason. And Epic Car Man is one of those things that just happened to work out, and I got really lucky because I had a small fan base that was willing to help out, and I appreciate everyone who helped out with that, and my friends that also helped out with it too. I probably couldn't make something like it again, is what I'm saying. That's why the prequel series never came to be. But yeah, up next is Midnight. So Midnight is an animation. It's a Minecraft animation, obviously. This technically I uploaded it in 2012. But I took it down because it was a little bit graphic, but I ended up re-uploading it. Let me see when I re-uploaded it. I re-uploaded it in 2014. But let me see if I can guesstimate the date, because I'm looking at the behind the scenes on my second monitor. Yeah, it came out in August of 2012. Yeah, but it's an edgier video, I guess. But it's a little bit more on the violent side. It's the reason I took it down. So let's go ahead and give it a watch. So it starts off. Another reason why I re-uploaded it is because it took forever to render. I think it took an entire month to render. Literally an entire month of me not being able to use my computer to what I wanted to use it. And the only reason it took forever is because of the water. I did a different texture for the water. I should have just kept it Minecraft textures, but I wanted to make it look fancy, so. And most of the time, after this scene, you don't even see the water, so it's kind of pointless. And if you're wondering, this is also from Spawn Island. I use this a lot. Yeah, so I added in blood effects and After Effects later. But that's not why it's violent. It's just basically Midnight. They're trying to defend their village from mobs. But at the end of the day, they get overwhelmed because Herobrine shows up. And you know, Herobrine, he can do whatever the freak he wants to do. He's Herobrine. So the camera angles are also all over the place. Yeah, he takes out my heart. He's just all over the place, man. And then finally, you can see me. I know I animated myself falling down, but I didn't show it. But it's just kind of funny. Just bloop. Yeah, and that's how it ends. He kills Herobrine, but Herobrine kills him. So nothing too special. And there's also behind the scenes. Let me get it out. There's also behind the scenes for it if you're interested in how I made it. But yeah. Up next is the Tour of Surfonia trailer. All right, so if you don't remember from last time, I used to do a trailer to get you hyped up for the series, and then when the first episode dropped, the trailer would go down. So these were temporary videos, but I still have them on my computer. And if you aren't accustomed to how the tour of quote-unquote series go, it's pretty much just an improv series where we show you our buildings, stuff we built in Minecraft, but it's bad. It's like bad comedy. We try to be funny as possible, but sometimes we're not funny. And I'm not worried about the music here because this is music I made, so it's not copyrighted since I made it. So usually these trailers go up about like a few weeks or a month before we upload the series. I don't know the exact date this was uploaded, but the complete tour, the complete series is available in this playlist. I'll just go ahead and pause real quick. As you can see, it's right here. So if you want to watch the complete series, you can click it right there. But I'm just gonna be reviewing the trailer since it's a 3 hour. It's the whole entire series together is 3 hours, so I'm not gonna cover that. So when I recorded this, I had that HD texture, the HD settings mod where it made Minecraft look really pretty. But I remember it stopped. The creator couldn't update it anymore or something, so I couldn't use it for the actual video. But I think I ended up using a texture pack, like I think it was Kochu Craft, or I don't remember. But yeah, this is it's just a quick preview of the stuff we built, and it's a big world, and if you're interested, you can go download the world itself from my media fire. They're in the description of every single video, so you can download it if you want to explore it yourself, or you can watch the series. And obviously in the series we don't cover everything, we don't go into every single building and like blah 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 blah, but that's what we leave. That's what's nice about this series, is we leave stuff available for you to see. And yeah, there's also this little thing at the end of this trailer that I didn't show off, but I'll show it to you guys here. Coming soon. Beware, he has arisen. Yeah, Herobrine is the main villain of the series again, or whatever. So basically, yeah. If you're interested, the complete series is available in the playlist, and the reason I'm covering before Project Oscar is because the trailer came out before it, and I might as well just cover the entire series with this trailer. So a little bit out of chronological order, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure you guys don't really care that much, especially the two of you that are still watching to this point or happen to skip to this part of the video. But yeah, and if you're wondering, we were working on a season 4, and but yeah, a season 4 probably is not going to happen like these episodes did, because we most of the friends that I record these with pretty much just fell out of contact. We don't really talk anymore. The only person I still talk to from the series is my friend Daniel. And I don't know if my friend Joseph was in these series as well, but I know he never had speaking roles, so he was always the mute, so I still talk with him as well, but everyone else I don't really talk with, so just fell out of contact. And that stuff happened. So if season 4 were to happen, it'd probably be me and Daniel going over it, but as of right now, I have no time frame. It's we'll probably just, if we do cover it, it'll be like the what season 4 could have been. We'll just do like our own little exploration of it, but it's not going to be as grand as these were. And plus, I probably should have ended it with the third season, especially since Minecraft was starting to become less popular around this time. I mean, it's popular again now, but like when I made this, it was pretty much stopped becoming popular, and yeah. But yeah. Up next is Project Oscar. Alright, so Project Oscar is kind of like a softer reboot of Android. Kind of. I know that sounds weird, but the premise of this short film is it's a little bit more edgy than Android was. I remember I started trying to be like edgy with like haha swear words and violence and stuff like that. I mean, this one's not that violent, to be honest, compared to Midnight, but yeah. This one is one of my more got more swear words in it than others, but besides the point, basically Project Oscar is a short film about a guy who's getting transported by some government agents because he was being tested on because he had superhuman abilities, and he ends up escaping and going to his friend's house. But the government agents start looking for him. And to be honest, this video, when it came out, it did pretty well. Let me see how many views it has right now. Probably get some more once this video comes out. Let's see. Alright, as of right now, this video has 186 views. Pretty much all the views came for when it first came out, but this is another one of my personal favorites. This video is pretty funny, and I'm just gonna let it run in the background while I talk. So I'm gonna just say this. I recommend you watch this. Watch the whole entire thing. I'm not gonna really talk about it here, because I'm trying to keep this video a little bit short. So Project Oscar is gonna be getting a little bit of the boot, since I can't fully cover it, but I'll try to cover as much as I can. Yeah. So here is when he starts glowing, getting away. So, so you see the little camera that's in his hand? If you go into the playlist, there's a whole behind the scenes. And the only reason, so the behind the scenes, literally, he recorded the entire time, from his character. And, so basically, so if we were recording, sometimes he would record, it's like from a different angle, but technically not the whole video. But yeah, he was that we were actually recording. But yeah. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, Oscar escapes. His name's Oscar, by the way. Not his real name, but his character's name. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So he goes to his friend's house. Is that just a random cut? Sorry. Okay. You could see me standing there.
Steve, come on.
You can see me standing there. It's funny. But yeah. Pretty much, I recommend watching this on its own. But I will point out this one scene that's pretty funny is when they come into the house. Yeah, they come into the house. Let me get to it. Yeah, right here. Hey, don't be such a dick. You got blood on my not this part, but this part right here. He's like, "I love you, man." And then we made a gay joke. Haha, edgy. And the funny part about this is Eric's my friend Eric's brother. He makes his own videos, by the way, but this is the only time he's actually been in my videos. Is he came in and goes, "Oh, you guys are filming nice," and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to just have this random cameo where you just say gay?" And he goes, "Yeah." Gay. So yeah, funny joke, ha ha ha. And I just want to point that joke out because it's pretty funny.
All right, come on, he's gotta have a moment. Give him a moment.
Yeah, let's skip ahead. So basically, just dialogue, and it's a whole funny short film. His character's motive is about getting the raise. I'm pretty much pissed off the entire time, but confused. He's the funny character. My friend Joseph's character is.
He was here a second ago.
Yeah, he's the scientist doctor guy, and his character motive is he's just tired of everything, but he's gonna film it or something. I don't know their motives, but yeah, go check it out. It's a good fun watch, but don't take my word for it. Just go watch it. Yeah. So I don't really have much to say about it. It's just I do enjoy that short film, and I recommend you go watch it. So up next is Some Random Video 7. So Some Random Video 7 is up next, and pretty much this episode, I basically, my parents were moving houses, and I wanted to make a last video, the last video of this house. So basically, I made a Some Random Video. So pretty much that's the loose plot is that I'm moving, but how are we gonna make more Some Random Videos? And but then we go back to regular funnies. Last funnies. So yeah, it's just funny skits again. So I'm not gonna cover this one, but this scene right here, I cut out of the Some Random Master Collection. Actually, I only put one part in here, but basically we did improv debate. I think this was improv. An improv debate where, like, because it was the presidential debate season, so I wanted to have our own little. Yeah, I don't know. So we did our own parody debate. So this is the only part that's actually in the video right here. This is the only part that's in the Master Collection right here. Yeah, that's the only part that's actually in the video, because that was the funniest moment of this whole scene. But looking back at it, looking back at the edit from the Master Collection, this whole bit is kind of funny, but only if you're into that sort of humor. But yeah, that's why this video is so long, is because of that one. Oh, so now a fun fact about this scene right here is my friend took the camera, I guess, I don't know, we were setting up for the next scene, and he's recording bees. And this was originally going to go in the bloopers, but it was so... Hold on, this part right here. Bees. It was so funny that I just ended up putting it into the actual video. That was not actually scripted. So, yeah. Your typical Some Random Video funniness. Yeah. Then we have the yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. We also had this one scene where we were gonna do this, but then I'm like, it would be funnier if we just made up something. Oh yeah, so they were trying to save my house from a black hole, but then the black hole appears and sucks him up, and that's where the next video begins, is him falling out of the black hole. But yeah. That's somewhere in the video 7. Nothing really else to say about it. Alright, so Healthcare Man is, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why I have this still on the channel, but this was made for my AP government class. It's basically talking about the history of healthcare. It's pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. I try to make it as entertaining as possible, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. This video is very boring. But Healthcare Man, the design's pretty cool. He's a superhero that talks about healthcare.
Necessary and proper power.
Oh, cheating cracker.
If you want to watch it, you can. That's pretty much it. And up next and last is TIE Fighter Bombing Run. And since the last one was so short, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to it right now. So TIE Fighter Bombing Run, I skipped it in somewhere in the video 7, but I actually had a scene somewhere in the video 7 where the TIE Fighter shoots me. But if you just go watch it on your own, you'll find it funny. There's a lot of funny moments somewhere in the video 7, but I used this TIE Fighter model, but for this scene, we're testing out fluid dynamics and explosions in Maya. So this is what I made. Pretty cool, huh? This was a weird way to end 2012, but this was my last video of 2012, so nothing really else to say about it. So yeah. Overall, 2012 was a big big year for videos and a big year for my channels. I said goodbye to my old channel and moved to my new channel. And if you're wondering, I did actually re-upload my Roblox videos to my original channel when I moved channels, but then eventually I re-uploaded them to my current channel, which we'll get into next year. But yeah, excuse me, 2012, a lot of big videos for this year, and yeah. So next time we're going to be covering 2013, and while 2013 does look a little bit shorter, that's because it is, to be honest. So the next episode is probably going to be much shorter than this one. But as a friendly reminder, if you want to watch all these videos, there's a playlist in the description and title, and not the title, but whatever those cards are called, the ones that pop up on the videos, and then you can also find them here in my Google Doc. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys next month where we talk about 2013, basically the transition from high school to university. So yeah, bye bye.